Welcome to the Baby Shower Comedy Podcast, your source for tunes, laughs, and giveaways.
Yeah, baby. Tunes, laughs, and giveaways. We have... All right, so we're giving away... We've got 3 premium movie posters. What would you call these? Postettes?
We just closed our first giveaway as Jordan Player Slide, so now
Yeah.
we're re-upping on the giveaway. I would call these 3... I mean, they can see them, but move your head 2 feet. They can see one of them right there. Super bad. Super bad, almost famous, Place Beyond the Pines. So,
Yeah.
if you're a fan of the podcast and you go, you know what, I'd like to have some, podcast. I'd like my room to look like how the podcast room looks. This is kind of for you, right? You're
Yeah.
getting the posters that we have here.
That's right. And we have the almost famous one here.
Right.
And then the 2 other ones we have are Place Beyond the Pines and Superbad. Those are the 3... Those are the 3 posters. What's so funny?
I have to divert. Sorry. Did you put on a button down just to look at the house? You guys all dressed up to look at an apartment?
Just me, because I have to. I'm the one speaking. So someone has to be literate, and it's just me and Jared.
I'm the one speaking.
Jared goes, sidebar. And then they start whispering. And
Yeah.
Smile comes back.
He's like, all right, do we have to do first month's rent? I'm the one
Dressed up for an
speaking.
apartment hunt.
Did you guys settle that? Where you guys all right, Pat, you speak, and you're like, all right, let me go get my button down.
Sorry, I'm chewing right now. No, I just have the most experience with this stuff,
With talking.
development and real estate agents, and
Right.
and talking also. Yeah.
Pat came in.
This
I'm an adult.
ragtag group of kids comes in, and one of them has a button-down shirt on, and they start negotiating.
Pat, talk to her. I can't deal with her.
Yeah, they start playing good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Short's like, I don't know, it's not right. It's not right.
Pat had this kind of Banana Republic. What kind of butt? It's like a blue paisley kind of number.
I took it out of my dad's closet.
It was
Wasn't
it
even
was
yours?
a bank teller button down in
Yep.
a way. You know what I mean? It
That's
was
even
kind of
funnier.
snazzy, but also
That's even funnier. That makes it sound like they made him go get that button down from his dad.
Yeah, here's the
That's pretty killer button down. What is it? Where is it from? Oh, it's Dockers.
if you're the 200th subscriber, you also get Pat's dad's.
I mean, tell me you're not
button
approving.
down.
Tell me you're not approving me for an apartment in this shirt.
I will say, now that we've joked about it for a little bit, I do think there's some logic in it.
I like
Do you know what I'm saying though? Look at Pat without the button down. When he came in, he felt way more professional.
I like the idea of the landlord looking out the window, and then he sees all 4 of them pillage out of a car, and then Samaha throwing on a button down like he didn't have it on originally.
Yeah. He takes it off a hanger that's hooked around the thing you hold your hand
Yeah.
in the back,
Yes,
you know?
they've got a little steamer too, a portable steamer, a lint roller. I mean, to be honest, now that
Yeah, like a folder. Did you have a folder of some type?
these are all the other apartments that we're also looking
Yeah.
at. Just the yellow pages. I do think there is a little credence to wearing it, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, but not much.
Not much.
It
like-
does give him a point man in a way. You know what I mean?
That's what
Well, it
they're
shows a
saying.
sense of- it shows a
That's
sense
their
of
whole
seriousness.
That's right. They had a.
But also for the landlord, he goes, all right, now I know who I'm dealing with. These other, ancillary characters.
Right. It's good for the guy. Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah, which one of these?
Schwartz starts asking questions, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm talking to this guy with the button down."
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it is, but I think it's this guy's button down. No, it's true though. It gives him a point man to be like, okay, and then I think
Right.
for Pat, it probably makes you feel a little better. You know, you got a nice. He had it open though.
It's almost
he
a
didn't
game,
button
it's
it up.
game time.
Yeah.
Puts you in a game time mood. I like the idea
Yeah.
of him seeing Samaha throw on the button down, then he goes into the closet and puts on his blazer.
Yeah.
He always has to one up. These guys are button downing. I need a blazer.
So one from you thinking it was blasphemy to being okay.
No, I still think it's kind
Yeah.
of stupid, but go ahead.
I think it's pretty. But Pat, did you say? What did you say? Did you say anything to the agent? Like,
Well, I knew that I knew more than her,
what
Right,
does that
dude.
mean?
just because I was
Good
asking.
job.
I was asking a lot of questions that
Uh-huh.
she didn't even think to like.
Like,
Tell
give
me.
Give us some examples.
Yeah, give us.
For example, this is a huge one. There was the reason why this apartment's available is because there were inspections that needed to take place, and the city demanded that the building be clear of tenants. So they went in, did the inspections, and they're okay now. And I asked her what the inspections were for, and she had no clue. It's something I
Okay.
would like to know before I move into a place that was
Yeah.
shut down because it needs to be inspected for this reason, and she didn't know the reason.
Right.
So is she going to get back to you on
That's
that?
pretty good.
I kind of don't care. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty good
Wait,
though.
so you're just peppering her with like rant just for the sake of peppering?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
But what did you gain? What did you
That's
gain?
how you do it.
What's that?
What did you gain from doing it?
Information and knowledge of what she knows and what she cared to look into.
Yeah, but let me ask you: did you beat?
The
down,
more she knows, the more I trust her.
did you beat? You don't need to. Did you beat down the price at all?
Yeah, good question. Yeah. Because we want to picture you in that button down, doing price
Doing your
negotiation.
moves.
Yeah.
No.
Fine, we'll take it. She goes, what did it get inspected for? I don't know. Were there bed bugs in here before? I don't know. All right, fine, we'll take it.
You know what's funny is like Jared takes the button down. You know, because Pat now doesn't even have it on buttoned. He goes, "Give me the button down."
Sub in.
Yeah. All right, we'll take it. Hold on. Give me the button down. Let me talk to her. They can't do it unless they have the button down.
No. It's like, no, I got the button down.
You know what that is? That's a Sunny bit. That's an Always Sunny
Yeah.
bit. Where like Mac, Charlie, and Dennis think that if you have to have the button down on to negotiate. Give me the button down. I want to talk to him. Let me at him.
God, man. Is there a reality TV, not a reality, drama TV show, kind of like a Sunny, about real estate agents? That'd
I
be
don't
a
know.
great. That'd
What
be a
were the
great
Workaholics?
show.
Remember Workaholics? Were they real estate agents?
Oh no.
I like that show though. Those
The
guys
sh-
were idiots.
Oh, Workaholic. I don't know if
Yeah.
I ever watched. That.
Ah, those are good.
Those guys were idiots.
Those guys were.
That was a good show. Those guys were idiots.
Don't you love that? That's a great compliment. Instead, yeah.
Yes, these guys were idiots.
See,
What's the show about? Who know? But they're idiots, so you better watch.
you better tune in. They work a corporate job and they're total bozos. But yeah, we got an all. So let's finish it off. So we got an
Right.
Almost Famous, a Super Bad, and a Place Beyond the Pines. The posters are these right here.
I want to say 12 by 18.
Yeah, I think that's right.
12 by 18.
12 by 18.
A foot by a foot and a half.
It's got like the picture, a little write up, and
The rating.
the rating. Yeah, and so we're gonna give them away. To what number? We're gonna do.
Well, Samaha has some
Oh.
scheme. No, never mind. It's not a scheme.
Well, this is our strategy.
Yeah.
For you to get these posters, please like, follow, and leave a comment on this video or one of our clips,
Yeah.
and you'll be put in a pool, and we'll choose randomly out of that. Hey, if you put the most comments, you'll have more entries. You know,
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
and we're gonna choose after the next episode.
We gotta
And
get
we'll be good.
Samaha with his button down saying that.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, we need Samaha's button down, dude. You should put Samaha's button down on.
We need to frame that button down. You should frame that button down and put in the content house. This button down got us the apartment.
What you should do is we should each put on the button down and try to like negotiate like
Dude,
Samaha.
I don't know if I want to put on that button down. Dude. It's kind of
He's like, forget
sweaty.
that button down, dude.
No, we got stories, dude. You had a big weekend.
We got stories galore, huh?
Galore.
Yeah. There's
By the way, notice how we didn't even bring them out of the shrink wrap. These are going to be untouched.
Yep.
Untouched posters.
Fresh.
Just to finish off the pitch.
Yeah, it's a good point. Fresh in the package, ready to go, and you can mount them like Miller did with this nice black frame.
I'll tell you what. I'll have every now and then I'll have a lady over, right? Every now and then. They do comment
They do.
about how nice my what is it called? Like not a collage wall, but they call some wall
Yeah, a lot of people do this.
framed pieces, all black frame. You know, you can do all gold frame if you want, depends. But you have a uniform. It's an adult move. I had a person come over. They said, "Thank you for not having dirty dishes in the sink, a futon from college, and 4 roommates."
Yeah.
Not to make fun of the content house that Smile's about to move into, but
You're diminishing the content. House.
Pat's moving in with some buddies into Bushwick.
what's the move-in date? So,
Clinton Hill.
October 31, Halloween.
They said we can move it Monday.
Monday.
Oh, you're doing it.
Yeah.
And they're calling it the Content House.
Loft.
The Content Loft.
Are you gonna? Oh boy.
Sponsored.
Are you gonna make
Not
us
actually.
come over there to do the pod?
No, you might want to. It might be desired for you to.
Yeah, we were saying maybe we'll go over and you guys could have a menu of content that you put out.
Maybe we do home games and away games.
Ooh,
We'll have
that's
like
kinda
a
nice.
little schedule.
We have a deck,
Yeah, you okay.
a terrace. You can do.
Jared
pod.
pitches his deck a lot too. Yeah, nice deck.
Smoking cig, doing bogues outside on the deck.
Well, yeah, that was part of the deal. We can't move in anywhere if we don't have a deck.
Deck darts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schwartz required a deck.
Schwartz requires a deck.
Really?
The Schwartz porch.
Jesus, dude. The amount of like,
Schwartz porch. That's where you go out and get sports.
I'm gonna like,
He corners you and
I'm
just
gonna
fucking
egg your guys' house, dude. I'm gonna do like egg runs.
Well, good luck throwing. Good luck throwing that high up.
What floor are you? What floor are you?
We need an elevator to go up.
This is an elevator building?
Uh,
What floor? Like 20?
It's the 4th.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a high 4th.
I'm higher than you, and I got I'm 5th floor.
you'll be able to get the eggs up there.
Yeah.
Dude, me and you, we should go in ski masks down there and egg the Content House.
Get arrested? No, we know him. It's
It's for content.
content.
There's the camera right there.
Schwartz, tell him. Tell him, Schwartz.
Part of the video is they have to get arrested. So
It's for content.
Are you getting this, guys? We're getting arrested.
Look at this. Look at us going in the back here.
All right, now that we're in the bag, you can let us go, right, guys?
Yeah.
No, you had a big weekend, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to
By the way, is
real
this
big
this-
weekend. It was.
It is, dude.
Yeah,
You
yeah, no, I like
traveled as-
I like what what is this link up?
Hey, you got mad. You don't like how Samaha for once is on my side instead of your side?
Yeah, no, it was a big weekend. I can't take the I don't like the positive yeah.
Yeah, the positivity.
Yeah.
You don't like the positive or the negative. You like a nice lukewarm.
Yeah. No, it was a fucking monster Saturday. It really was. It was a fucking rocking time. We went to so for the listeners, we went to
That's all this is for.
yeah. Right. Well, you guys kind of know.
Yeah.
We went to Columbus, Ohio, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and it was homecoming against Rutgers, home game, 3:30 game, and we had a screening for the film The Rest of Your Life at 7 o'clock at the Gateway Film Center, which is like right on Ohio State's campus, like right across the street from the.
What is homecoming?
It's like the first game of the
First home
year.
game?
Yeah.
In conference home game or
Yep.
something like that? All right.
Yep.
So you're at the theater on campus.
Yeah. Big theater, really cool. Like big screen, one of the biggest screen by far we had seen it on.
This is where Pomeroy went to school?
Yes.
All
yeah.
right.
He was an Ohio State guy. A lot of OSU fans there, drunk.
And Luis,
You
too?
know.
In the audience they were
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They had been at the game. They came from the game.
Do they chant in the theater?
Yeah, they had their jerseys on and all this stuff, and then someone called me out in the beginning before we showed the film. We like stood up there to say like, welcome. Like, I hope you like our film. And
Yeah.
then someone was like, yeah, and Matt's a Michigan fan. We won't hold it against him. And I was like, go blue. I just kind of let it out, and I can tell you legitimately, they all looked at me with like death stares.
Did you double down?
No, I went to my seat.
I said
was
go
like-
blue.
Yeah, I did not want to start a legitimate.
Yeah, I feel like Hardy was running hot there, Samaha. Go ahead.
Reining me in.
I was saying about volume.
Yeah. You guys are talking about volume. So we do this screening. Great theater, popcorn, soda, great soda, dude. The whole nine.
Are there multiple screens in this theater or
Step and
just
repeat.
one?
No, multiple. It's like an AM. It's
like
like
a
a
movie
big
theater.
dude.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's Ohio State?
Pearl-
Like 20K? 20,000 people? It's pretty big,
It's
right?
big. It's like 30, I think.
All right.
Excuse me. So many people go to Ohio State. A lot of his like family and friends and stuff. Like they're playing regular movies. Like Pearl's
Right,
playing, like the new horror movie. And so yeah, we do that. Like goes really well. Have a lot of fun. Do a lengthy Q&A after, which was fun. But we're like hanging out in the movie theater in their like one of their lounge areas. In
Like
this
a
movie
green
theater.
room type?
Yeah, for like 2 or 3 hours after, and people are just like fucking. They're being so nice. They're like, "Oh, I loved it," and different, different things like that, and like taking pictures.
Who's
drinking.
they? Like there'll be like people from the audience popping in,
Yeah, like anyone was welcome that was in the audience.
and it was advertised
Yeah,
after.
yeah. So they were just like, and there was like people from the flick. So there was
What's
like
everyone
staff.
wearing? Is everyone like pimped out? Like are you and Pomeroy pimped out or no?
Yeah, we were pimped out. Like I went all denim. I had this
Right.
all denim look.
What did Pomeroy wear?
He wore a turtleneck and a blazer. It was insane, bro.
Is he doing that
We were dying.
facetiously, or is he?
A little and a little not.
He's
you
kinda
know, that's
serious.
what's kind of great about it.
Yeah.
And he had me cracking up the whole night because we ended up so after a while we go to this bar and eventually we went to a house party on the OSU campus.
Yeah. So who invites you to this thing?
Cal, because he's like
He's like just
he's
out.
still like plugged in. He went to the game. He was in like the 5th row.
Yeah. He's like fresh out,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. And he knows all these ladies, and he shows up to the screening like pretty toasted, rocking out with like just come from the game. You
Yeah.
know, he was actually a great guy to have on your squad if you're showing like a flick because you need kind of a rogue guy, that's really turning up. You're like, look at this guy, fucking. It's like a Rodman.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we ended up at this like house party on campus. People are rocking out. People are rocking out, and they know they were there. A lot of them were there at the screening, so they were like talking about the flick. They're like quoting it and shit.
You getting
was,
hit
like, so
on by any
wild.
college ladies?
I was getting a lot about my blue eyes.
Well, from some ladies.
Yeah, the consistent like compliment about the blue eyes.
You're
on
like, well,
screen.
coloring, post.
Yeah. They fix it in post. But yeah, it was.
How old are are there people out of college at this party? Or are you guys the only like?
I think there was a
guys?
few maybe younger college people, but it was mostly
college.
It was mostly college and a couple people like people that were just out,
Right.
like Cal's buddies.
Like Cal's
You
the
know,
old guy,
yes.
where they're like, "Why is Cal back?" And then there's another layer of like, and also who are those two guys?
Yes, that was the craziest thing. Is like, I'm 36 and sober
Right.
and dressed in like all denim at this party, and they're like, Pomeroy's got a turtleneck on and this blazer.
Is Pomeroy boozing?
No, none of Pomeroy's sober. We're both
He's sober?
Yeah.
So what are you guys drinking? Like, do you bring some seltzers?
I
You
showed.
get like a solo water cup.
We were drinking. I was drinking a lot of Diet Cokes, and then but I
In the can, or you pour it out into a
in the
cup?
can, but not at the party. I showed up at the party with a thing of ice cream, which was kind of
pint?
renegade. Yeah, like in a cup. I just got some ice cream, so I was going through the party just ripping scoops of mint chocolate chip.
Oh, hold on, because this is actually I've done this move.
Have you
before.
done this?
I was sober senior year of college for like a few months.
Yeah.
And I'd bring like an 8-pack of pop, like push pops, ice cream push pops.
Yeah.
My question about this ice cream.
That's pretty funny.
My question about this ice cream.
Yeah.
You kind of got to like if you're sober, and you have some little I don't want to say vice, but some substitute for
Yeah.
what you would do for beer, right?
Yeah.
You want to savor it.
Yep.
So were you kind of like ice cream melts, so it's kind of hard to savor the ice cream.
Yeah. It's tough to have it over a long stretch of time,
Were you guys at this party for a while?
We were there for like a couple hours, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, We were darting. We were deck darting on the back, talking flick, peeps are coming up to us, they're like fucking ripping, they're like all fired up, because they're like, dude, that was the greatest thing, they're like coming up to us.
Did you, everyone wants to know.
No. We headed.
No fucking clips yet, dude.
We headed home. We headed home after. What's that? Yeah, we headed home. We headed home after.
Did you grab Didge? That's what I was asking. You
No.
You kind of went to the R version.
Yeah, there was no.
You went to the shame version.
Pomeroy was hanging out with a lady. Was hanging out with a nice lady.
Right.
But I was the third wheeling it a little bit on that, and I was kind of doing my own thing.
Pomeroy was getting revenge for the Didge grab at the restaurant.
Oh my
that you guys
gosh,
went
yeah,
to.
dude. Yeah, he hung out with this lady a couple times over the weekend.
Did he know her from previously?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So peeps
Not as
were all.
cool.
Yeah, not as. But it was fun. We were all hanging.
Yeah.
Mixing it up.
Well received.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to
It
be
did
going on next week. I got
Yeah.
this fucking concert
Uh-oh.
that I had scheduled way
Yeah.
in advance.
Yeah.
So I'm trying
yeah.
to figure out whether I can sell my tickets and go a different night instead so I can go to your movie.
Yeah. If it, see what. Either way,
I got 4 tickets to your movie.
you got 4, so you have to give them to someone else.
Or I'm just going to have 4 empty seats at the theater. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that'd be funny though.
Should I go out and you're like, those are Miller? It's the only empty seats in the
Yeah.
whole theater. Yeah, that's Miller.
Those are clearly Millers.
You think I could scalp outside? Is it sold out yet?
I think it's getting there. I don't think it's sold out yet.
Extra.
Come get your
Rest of
tickets.
your life. 1 tick.
Race to your life.
1 for 20, 4 for 80.
1 for 20. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun, man. This one guy was like chewing Pomeroy. This one like drunk Ohio State guy was just chewing Pomeroy's ear off at the party.
About what? About the movie?
Yeah. And it was just the funniest fucking thing, dude. Like this he's just like in this turtleneck blazer and this this guy.
He was ripping him about that.
No, he was just talking to him about the flick, but it was so out of place. Like the guy, like his, you know, like this party, like was like everyone's like a college, like he looked so unbelievably out of place.
Was he in college too, or no?
No, I'm
He
talking
was
about
old.
Pomeroy
Oh.
because of what he was wearing.
What about
Like,
this other guy?
This guy was like in an OSU jersey. You know? Yeah. We were saying it's like the Almost Famous party. You know, when the guys go back to the house party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More Vinny Chase.
Yep. They go back to
Except you guys aren't famous.
Except we're not. We're like a we're a low tier notoriety, and it's just the people in that house. But we are going back. And then Pomeroy was doing this thing all weekend, like he thought he was in Garden State. He loves this movie Garden State. And so the whole, which is about a guy who like goes back to his hometown to like, you know, do some shit. Like
He's
meets
trying
up
to
with this girl.
dramatize his own life.
Yes, to
Like,
the
why
point.
don't you just live the life?
That's what I'm saying. He was doing it nonstop.
Why do we have to dramatize?
He was dramatizing the whole weekend.
I feel like I'm like in the Tim Dillon show right now.
Oh, you know what we did? You know what we did too? We went karaokeing
That's cool. What was
on
your, what was
Sunday
your song?
night. I did a Bieber song,
All right.
"Die in Your Arms." Yeah, I wasn't very
I've
good
been
either.
dying in your arms tonight. That one.
No, that's dying. That is a "Die in Your Arms"
I've
song,
been
though.
dying in your arms tonight.
Are you a karaoke guy? I'm not a big karaoke guy.
Huge.
You are.
Huge.
Yeah, we did that.
I've got a karaoke playlist.
Really?
The one that I did for the first time a couple months ago. Remember Moby, Southside?
I don't know.
Here we are now going to the west side. It's Gwen Stefani.
Here
Pick
we-
up my friends and we go for a ride.
Really? Maybe play
Ride
it.
all night and we ride all day. The other one I like to do is My Sharona.
I don't know any of these. Dude.
You know
I mean,
My
I
Sharona,
probably
dude.
know them, but
Are we gonna get fucked because?
if you play
karaoke?
like a couple seconds of it.
Here's Southside.
Pat turned us off.
We'll definitely get taken down.
Content house.
What?
That's what happened.
You let Hardy do all these.
You're playing it
tunes?
off Spotify though.
You let Hardy do all these
doing-
tunes
he's doing
for
ran-
episodes and
He's
episodes.
doing random snippets off YouTube.
And
You're
I do
doing
one-
copyrighted music.
and I do one little 2-seconder.
Content house.
Here's My Sharona.
I have the My Sharona instrumental that we are allowed to play.
Okay.
Here, I'll
Yeah,
play
Pat will
I'll
play
play
it.
it through the headphones.
Okay.
Not the same.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah.
Ooh, My Sharona, a little pretty one, a pretty one. I just go right in. I even do a little jive.
Not bad. I like that.
That's a good. The cool thing about that one is that it's got big instrumentals, which I like to do during karaoke.
Musical breaks, you mean?
Right, the musical breaks,
Yeah.
because then I try to pump up the crowd. I go, all right, peeps, we're gonna have the time of our life. Can I hear you, baby grand? And I start dancing with some people. I start going into the audience if it's 16 instrumental.
What's this one?
Turn that off, Smaha.
Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss.
Is that yours?
Classic karaoke.
Right. That's what Pat does.
Grease is my other one.
My Samaha.
Yeah, but which track?
The one.
Whoa.
Living. I've always wanted to try
Whoa.
living La Vida Loca.
Oh.
Dun, 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 Ba-doo-ba. Right now in New York City. All right.
We should do a karaoke podcast.
I got 3 topics.
Karaoke pod.
You can choose which one. You can choose your angle.
Yeah.
Riff show.
The doctor. My doctor's visit that happened
Yeah.
Was that
that's
today?
kinda
Yesterday? Sober October.
Nice. Oh.
Or Shame.
Did you watch it? Oh my dude.
Shame is a flick and a half, dude.
Thank you.
Tell the peeps at home what Shame's about.
Shame is about a sex addict. Yeah.
Listen to this. So I'm
And
watching.
and it's like that's all. It's like,
dark.
to say the least.
And at first, I don't know about you, but at first I
For
was
you,
going,
did you,
I was
yeah.
going,
I tried to warn.
no big deal. At first I was like, yeah, he goes out and hooks up with someone.
Okay, I'm glad you were having that reaction because if in the beginning you're kind of like, this is really fucked up, then you're in real trouble because it gets real dark.
Yeah, I was like, dude, New York City, whatever, you
Yeah,
know? And then
yeah.
slowly time goes on and you're like, it slowly goes more and more intense. It's
Yeah.
not like a dramatic, like, oh, then something happens.
No.
It's like just a linear climb
Yeah.
until there's a crescendo and you're like, oh.
And that, yeah. Bro, the one scene though, it's one of the most
where the
terrifying.
guy's smoking outside and he goes and follows
Yeah,
the guy,
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, and then like they have like the orchestra like picking up as he's like in the orgy,
Yeah.
and then he has like that look in his. It's like one of the most terrifying portrayals of addiction I've ever seen.
It's vicious. You want to hear a funny?
Yeah.
So it's about sex addiction, right? And I know that going into it. So I'm watching it.
Well, it's about addiction, by the way, too. Just underline. It's
yeah,
not
what
just
was going on
like
with the lady? She was just like
Carrie Mulligan.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she had a lot of trauma from.
Right.
It's like it's not about us. Like at its root, it's about trauma, and it's about these two. It's brother and sister, and how they've both coped and not coped.
But do we
with-
know what the source was?
They don't go into it like so hard about like what, but it's called, the movie is called Shame. Like
Right.
the whole thing is about how he's living with all this shame that
Right.
he's
about what
escaping.
they're doing.
Yeah. And from their trauma, you know,
Right.
you feel immense shame. So, you know, and she's sleeping
The
with.
worst
yeah.
was how, and once again,
So
if you haven't
good.
seen it, go ahead and see it.
But,
And I
like-
don't think we're like, but how
No, you can't ruin a movie like that.
she hooks up for him to like listen in on his sister fucking
Yeah.
his boss. It was so weird. That
Yeah.
was one of the more cringeworthy parts, I thought.
Really.
Yeah, I was like, this.
Yeah, he like goes in for a run.
Well,
he,
he
like-
can't handle it, so then
Yeah.
he goes in for a run.
Yeah.
Listen
yeah,
to this.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it halfway through the movie. I get a text from a little birdie.
Oh
So I
my God.
pause the movie
Really?
to go hang out with a bird. I felt like I was Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. You felt you know what's weird too is like he has a New York apartment, so it's kind of he lives in New York, so it's kind of creepy too because like it looks like where we live and
Yes.
these places, and you're like, by the way, how good is the scene where she sings New York, New York?
So good.
Like what? That was unbelievable.
Until halfway through, until the shitty things started happening, it made
Yeah.
me want to go out more and be like more New Yorky. To be honest with you,
That's such a funny reaction.
like go to like some like little
Yeah.
jazz bar where like girls singing and everyone's just having like little Manhattans
Yeah.
and
Well,
highball.
it is a good point you bring up because, like, that's why the movie's so good because a movie, it does this slow build. That's actually how addiction unfolds. Like, it's not like this, you know, one moment, oh my God, that's my rock bottom. It's just like this unfolding and this expansive thing. And so when you're watching the beginning of the movie, you're kind of like, all right, like you said, like, I'm not seeing anything so much just yet that like Pat's looking at the time in San Francisco.
Pat's looking at time zones.
I was trying to just pull up a regular clock so you can see the time. Because I know you're on a time constraint.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you liked it because I thought cinematography. It's a really well made, and Fassbender's it's so good.
Fassbender's schlong
He's all over the flick.
all over.
You
I was
know?
talking about with Choi. And I
Yeah.
go, how about that schlong? And I go, it was big, and then it also was like through bush too. So we didn't even
Yeah.
see the full. We don't know how long it really
That's
went.
true. That's true. Because your
Big
dick gets a
bush.
lot bigger when you trim.
Big bush, and then for him
Right,
to
Pat?
see, there was a point where we were. That's why I always keep
Pat,
it shaved.
Get in here. Yeah, that's why you got to keep it trimmed up. Otherwise, you can't even see what I got.
There was a shot where he was taking a piss and it was from behind. You could
Yeah.
see his schlong
Yep.
through
the mids.
his two. Is that what it's called? The
the
Miz?
middies. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you called it the Miz. I thought there was like
Oh,
a
the
term.
Miz. Yeah, that's if you can do that, that's called the Miz.
Dude, he mizzed it, and I was like, that's an epic Miz.
You gotta like ask a buddy or a
These
chick.
are hot. These are nice jeans. Are those new?
These, yeah, these
Look at that
yeenies, dude.
stitching.
Oh, dude, I should have told you about this.
The
So
stitching's nice. man.
got them at the Levi's, bro. These yeenies, dude, were a huge hit at the screening. Everyone knew I went and got these yeenies. Okay, listen.
Where are the fucking clips,
Listen,
Samaha? I'm not pillaging through an hour. I'm not pillaging through an hour of fucking pod again.
He's making us
get some
work for him.
clips.
He's making us work for him today.
It's so infuriating. He goes
Listen.
47, 46, and I was like, this doesn't mean anything to anyone.
All right, listen, let's stay focused because no one knows about that, all right? Listen, so I got
Well,
these.
now they know.
I got these yeenies. all right?
We're open for podcast producer. Wear a button down when we interview you.
Samantha, we want timestamps for when you think clips. And Chris, too.
We should get an intern to
Dude.
do timestamps.
Listen,
The
Saturday.
Yeenies.
Thank you. The yeenies. All right, I got no yeenies. Straight up, bro. I have no yeenies for Sat. So I tell Nancy boy when we're driving out on Friday, I go, listen, I got to get yeenies tomorrow morning. Because I got the mission.
We're waking up early. A car's picking us up at 7 a.m.
Yup. And we're going to try on yeenies. He was like, all right, fine. I'll take you to
He's
go.
like, fine. But what are yeenies?
Yeah. What are yeenies? Night yeenies, too. You ever heard I ever tell you about my night yeenies? They're a pair of yeenies I fall asleep in. Because I love a nice, cozy pair of yeenies. Pat, you ever throw on a pair of night yeenies?
What's that?
That's a pair of yeenies you pass out in.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Do you really?
No,
Like
it's
when I'm
fucking-
like 8 years old, coming home from like a party.
Yeah.
That was the best.
You put
Throw
on.
some sand in your crotch, too. Grind it into the yeenie.
Get some sand in your yeenies.
I think it's cool to sleep with your shoes on.
Yeah. No, I actually am very comfortable in jeans. Like I don't have sweats, so like when my jeans wear out a little bit, I start wearing them as like people's like PJs. I'll wear a nice pair of APT yeenies.
Uh-huh.
So listen, anyway, noon we got the Michigan game, and then we got the
Did you guys go to the game?
no, but I wanted to watch it.
right,
And then we
yeah,
got the screening later, so I'm like, we got to get up, get these yeenies. So we go to the outlets. Up there in Ohio, bro, the outlets, okay? Nike, Puma,
Right, everything.
Brooks Brothers,
Banana
Lee-
Republic.
Banana Republic,
Lacoste.
Under Armour, Calvin Klein,
Aeropostale,
Right.
Columbia.
yeah,
Oshkosh Kabosh.
Oshkosh Kabosh. That's like
a
where it's like
children's
meat on a
store.
stick.
Maybe a Gap.
No, it's a children's store.
I think it's Bagash, Oshkosh Bagash.
I think it's Oshkosh, and then it's Oshkosh Bagash.
Yeah, Bagash. You said Kabosh.
I said Bagash. Run it back.
Kabosh is sick though. If you have a
What pretzel did they have? Did they have Auntie Anne's or
Yup.
did they have Wetzel pretzel?
no,
Okay.
they had Auntie Anne's right
Subway?
across the
Or
street.
Aunt Annie's, sorry.
Subway.
No Subway. Auntie, what
Little
is it?
Munson's chocolates.
Aunt Annie's.
Aunt Annie's. So we pound a bunch of Aunt Annie's, and try to
It's Aunt Annie's.
Aunt Annie's and try to try on yeenies.
And it's an outdoor-indoor outlet.
Outdoor, indoor. Yup. Pat, you like these, huh?
It's the same all over the nation.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Anywho, I'll wrap it up, but let me just tell you, I go in there. I think I'm a 5'11" guy. I think I'm all these things. I haven't yeenie shopped in a while. Turns out I'm a 5'02" taper. Have you been over there in a little bit? 5'02"
stretch?
taper. Little bit.
I do stretch.
You do
I think
stretch.
I do 502 stretch taper. I think we're
You
the
do?
same.
Wow.
I don't do 505. Yeah, I do 502 stretch.
You do. I do stretch too.
Stretch
yeah.
is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Levi's jeans.
My
Levi's.
my good friend,
Yeah, Levi's jeans.
my good friend works for Levi's, and I get like 70% off
Really?
whenever I want.
They were doing. I mean, it's an outlet. It was like 40% off.
Yeah, I get
of
70, not to
100%.
one-up you,
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I was trying on a ton of yeenies. I tried on like 25 pairs of
and you went with
yeenies.
these, the
Two-
midnight shade kind of.
And I almost went black, but I needed a nice crisp blue guy,
Yeah.
and I got a gray. I got
do
a
you do,
gray too.
After you try them on, you don't buy them. What do you do with them? Where do you put them?
Throw them at the attendant and say,
When I
"Hang
don't.
these
Oh, I
up."
left them in there, piled up like it was crazy town. There must have been like 20 jeans in there, just strewn about the place.
I used to feel bad about that.
Dude, it was crazy town.
I used to feel
dude.
bad about that. And then my brother used to work at he used to fold
Yeah.
clothes and stuff at one point. And he was like, it's not bad because it gives us something to do.
Right.
Like at least, if you don't have anything to fold, what
Yeah,
are you
yeah,
doing?
yeah,
You're just
yeah.
fucking you're just sitting there watching people.
Dude, my buddy Nix used to when my brother worked at Bed Bath & Beyond, he would show up and he would move all the shopping carts around the parking lot. So my brother would have to go retrieve them and put them back into the one spot. It was legend
Did he
status.
knew it was him or no?
Yeah, he knew. All right, so shame. So what were you talking about? You were talking about
No, so I felt bad after. So I went and met up with this girl mid-shame.
yeah.
And so I decided I'm doing sober, no dating app October.
Oh, so okay, I saw this come up on your thing, right? You're doing this now.
Got a lot of play that Instagram story. A lot of ladies were going to get
here we go.
hitting me up, and I go, oh, might not be so sober this October. But I'm doing no dating apps. I was thinking about having, you know how the Hinge Rose expires after a week. I was thinking about I get to log on once a week just to distribute my rose for October so that I don't lose a rose.
Everyone here knows how roses expire after a week. You should know if you don't, bro.
If you don't
I gave
read
away
the frequently asked questions on Hinge. You learn a lot.
bro. I got a.
You got a rose?
I got a rose. The chick's not responding to me. By the way, I've gotten two.
She hot?
Yeah, I've gotten 2 roses. By the way, and neither girl, when I've matched from the rose, has
Bots.
bots.
No.
Listen to this, real quick though. I got a nice little. I got a little birdie off a rose. I gave my rose out
She
first
accepted
time.
the rose.
Yeah, first
What
time.
did you say? Did you say something to it? This is gonna make me relapse. I don't even know if I want to go into it. I'm gonna be shaking. You're gonna see me go to my phone, and you're gonna see in the glint of my eye a Hinge icon go up in a loading screen.
It's gonna be like your version of shame.
Yeah. I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Don't do it.
You've been in there a while, Tobin.
Don't buy any roses.
Did you when you distributed your rose? Did you say anything to her or no? Did you just leave it rose as is?
Here's the thing, Tobin. I'm glad you asked. Okay. Because I did say something. All right? And it was a nice little move, all right? I go, I've never given away my rose emoji, right? So quickly. Boom. Not
honest,
bad.
No,
huh?
I'm not into it.
Really?
I'm really not into it. 'Cause I
She accepted it immediately.
I
And
guess
was like,
maybe-
hey, I'll accept it. Where are you from?
And what'd you say?
I said,
Rosetown,
yeah,
Hingeville.
where the roses have no name.
Here's the thing.
That. Yeah, go ahead. You're gonna relapse.
Yeah, I'm already can't.
No, what don't you like about it?
Here's the thing. I already think. Here's why I kind of rescind what I said. A rose is a very desperate maneuver in a way. You're putting them on a pedestal. They know that they're hot stuff when you give a rose, right? Right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Right?
Right.
The person that gives you a rose is essentially like, I saw 15 of the hottest broads in the county,
Yeah.
and you're the one that I'm giving my rose to.
Yeah.
Right? So to layer on an additional, like, juice, it's already a
Right.
chocolate cake. Now you're throwing on more. You're like, now I'm putting
Right.
on frosting on the top. But at the same time,
Right.
maybe that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
She gets a lot of chocolate cake, so your cake was the only one with the frosting on top.
That's what I'm saying. I did a little design,
Right.
and she dug it.
And so where does it stand?
Yeah, so we unmatched, and we're not talking. No, we're in the back and forth right now. We're in the
Okay.
back and forth.
When did
So,
this occur?
over the weekend?
You distributed on Sunday?
I distributed right away,
Like 8 a.m.?
real fast. It was sometime during Sundays. I know. I can't believe I did it.
I need to log in and distribute my rose. And I distribute, I go, I won't be able to respond for 3 weeks because I'm doing sober, no dating app October.
You're gonna be scratching yourself over there in some of these episodes coming up.
You should have an intern run your
Yeah.
dating apps.
And I'll tell you what I'm going to do too, just as an aside. I'm going to keep bringing this up now, like steady through the next like 3 or 4 pods.
No, but I've
All
resolved.
my juicy bump.
Oh, that fucking squinch that you gave me. What was that move? That
All
was
my
sinister.
juicy. All my.
Give me all my juice. I was like, whoa.
Woo! All my greatest little bumbleites.
Can you please, during sober date, no dating app October, can you please go on a date?
Yeah, I'll go on one, and then
Go on a date.
I'll relay it. I'll bring it for the gang.
Yes. I need to feast on a date because I'm not going to be doing
I
any.
need to feast on a date. You're like some sort of savage demon. All right, so you come on. What's the doc? We got a little bit of time.
Hold on. 15. How long does it take you to tear down?
10 to 15. You can also leave me unattended. I'm a trustworthy individual.
We got 8. I'll try to do it in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I go to do my executive health exam.
Okay.
So I have all these issues that I'm dealing with physically that I want to address all in this exam.
Yeah.
So it's an executive health exam. My company does it for people every
Okay.
year, right? So I go and they do a bunch of tests, hook your heart up, like all sorts of tests.
Yeah.
And I finally get to the physician. And she's like, all right, so your heart looks good, your brain's functioning well, all this and that, your
Yeah.
blood pressure, everything looks fine. Do you have any questions for me? I go, well,
I got a list.
I've got sleep apnea. I wear this mouth guard, and my jaw's been clicking recently.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, well, I'm that's like that's a question for like your dentist.
Oh, that's a dentist? I thought she might say a sleep doctor.
So I was like, all right. And then I go she
Yeah.
goes, what else? And I go, well, I've got this like pain in my back that comes up.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you should go to like, do you have a general doctor?
Oh, no.
And I go, no, I'm a specialist guy. and she freaked out on me. Because she's apparently she's a general practitioner
Really?
too.
Oh,
So
she's
she
a
got
GP.
offended.
Wow.
She's a GP. She's like, you need to get a GP to distribute you to these specialists. And I go, so I start arguing back. I go, but what do I need a GP for if I know which specialist I need to go to?
You did not.
Yes.
You said that?
Yes. And she started getting upset. She's like, no, like you need a GP to like be able to give. Sometimes you can't see a specialist without having papers. And I go, that's not been my experience in New York.
Yeah.
They'll write the papers themselves. They'll write the referrals. So she started freaking out and stuff. And she's like, you need to get a GP, this and that.
It's just like you're in this weird Twilight Zone
Yeah.
where, yeah.
So then,
She must not use ZocDoc.
obviously not. So then I kind of shut down in a way.
Yeah.
She's starting to give me attitude and stuff. So I shut down. I'm like, all right, whatever. She's like, anything else? I'm like, no, everything's
Yeah.
fine. I'll find health care elsewhere.
Yeah.
So then she goes and she's like, all right, I want to do the rest of the physical. So she tells me to open up my mouth, She starts giving me like baby talk.
Uh-huh.
She's like, all right, open up your mouth real wide so I can see. And I was
Really?
like, all right, And then she goes, all right, now follow my finger, but don't move your head. Just want to make sure that your eyes aren't crossed because that wouldn't be good. And I'm like, are you fucking baby talking me? Or like, I'm not a kid. Are you a pediatrician right now? Like, what the
kind
fuck
of
is this?
GP? Yeah.
So then I ended up rating them they had a survey at the end, and I never do this.
Oh,
But
you
I
hammered
started
him.
doing dissatisfactory.
Wow. I can't do that shit. It makes sense, but I can never bring myself.
How are you going to improve if you don't get any feedback?
It's true.
She probably thinks she's doing a stellar job.
Yeah, no one's fucking let her know that she shouldn't be goo goo gaga. And
But anyways, yeah, it was kind of a abridged version.
yeah. I can't believe you went to someone that was like GP in you.
Yeah, and she was like upset
GP.
that I said that I could go straight to the specialist. She's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, I've been doing that my whole life.
Yeah. You got to start this we got to keep you on this anti-GP campaign. I think it's pretty good.
Where like I go to a specialist and he's like, you got to go to a general practitioner. I go, I don't go to general
That's what I'm
practitioners.
saying. Like, I don't do
I'm
that.
my own GP.
Yeah. You guys are a loophole. You're a fucking...
Yes. Dead weight.
Yeah.
A
in
middleman that
society.
needs
Yeah.
to be cut out.
Yeah. And that's what I'm doing, right?
Should I start a website called gp.com where you just give fake scripts so you can go straight to the specialist?
Yeah, or instead of our God Dig, we could do
Derivative GP.
Yeah, no GP or something like that.
Anti general practitioner.
Yeah. No GP for me.
Specialist and then open caret GP. Specialist greater than
Yeah,
GP.
yeah. That's pretty good. It's just a weird campaign against general practitioners, and I think it's really funny.
What's your shirt about? Well, long story.
My cousin's a general
So I was
practitioner.
like already stopped filming.
Yeah. All right.